Are we going, Fitzy?
Yeah, we're rolling. Let's do it.
All right, Kylie,
Perfect.
welcome to the Beef Bootlegger Chophouse.
Thank you.
We're at Meat Stock 26. What brings you here?
Yeah, so I'm with Proven Proteins, nutrient-dense, grass-fed, grass-finished beef sticks, fermented, nutrient density tested. So we have all sorts of, studies backing up our product. My family's from Lafayette, Indiana. I'm the 8th generation on our family's farm, and so we're partnering with Proven Proteins to hopefully just educate people and get better snacks into people's homes. For
Fantastic.
Sure.
Love that. Let's talk a little bit about growing up. 8th generation rancher.
Yes.
What was your childhood like when you're 7 years old? What was going on?
Yeah.
Tell me about your early childhood.
Well, I am extremely blessed to grow up with a big family. I'm the oldest of 6 kids. 8th generation on this farm, so multi-generational operation for sure. Actually, my whole story kind of started with being passionate about holistic health and wellness with my brother's battle with epilepsy. So at age 3, he was having hundreds of seizures a day, and we were basically losing him. And he was actually healed by something called the ketogenic diet for epilepsy. This is the medical grade ketogenic diet. So everything was measured to 1/10 of a gram. It basically tricked his body into thinking he was in a state of starvation, which starved out the seizures, put him into a state of ketosis.
How did you find that? So how long ago was this? That seems pretty cutting edge thinking back then.
It was he was 3 years old.
How old is he now?
He's 18 now.
Oh, wow. So this is 15 years ago.
Yes. So quite a while ago. This wasn't very common. My mom had been to plenty of neurologists, and they were pushing medication after medication. And we were, slowly, losing him, and all that was being pushed were these medications that weren't working. And so it was actually just absolutely the Lord. My mom was in her Bible and just crying out to the Lord, asking, what can we do about this? Like, we're losing him. And he actually gave her a scripture, and it was mentioned fasting. And she had heard about the ketogenic diet through the Charlie Foundation. And she realized that that's what the Lord was guiding her, was towards the ketogenic diet for epilepsy. And so she finally found a neurologist that would let my brother go on that diet. And then within 3 days, he went from having thousands of seizures a day to none in 3 days.
That quick, 3 days.
3 days.
So that's basically a miracle right there.
And so watching the power of food and how it can completely transform somebody's life, I was just like, oh my goodness, like, this is crazy. Watching that progression of him being healed through food left me with a passion for, wanting to learn more myself and be able to educate people on the powers of food.
That's a great story. I think also the part where your mom, really in a time of despair, sometimes when you ask God, the universe, or whatever for an answer, if you pause a little bit, the answer comes to you. And you got to do something about it. So that's pretty amazing as well. And it seems like it is a bit divine, because again, now we just came from a conversation where it's not prevalently known that ketogenic diets and what that can do to all kinds of different ailments. But to pick that up 15 years ago from maybe a message, a prayer, that's pretty awesome.
Yep. The Lord is just so good to be able to, help us through those things. And it's something we would have not been able to go through without the Lord. Like, I don't know how people can go through those hard times without, we just saw his handprint along, Eli's whole life and our whole family's life. For sure. Yeah.
So you're 20, your brother's 18, you're one of 6 siblings. How old's your youngest sibling?
My youngest sibling is 4.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yep. So I'm oldest of 6 kids. I'm still living at home right now. I'm studying holistic nutrition online.
Fantastic.
So that's the route I went with. Yeah.
So with those fields of studies, are you finding that within the college curriculum and what you're learning, are they starting to push this more healthier, grass-fed, grass-finished, or omega-3s? Because I know it was kind of not counterintuitive. It's actually very intuitive as a human being, but counter what their common practices
Yeah.
or maybe what they're teaching. So what's the curriculum saying about it now?
So I'm actually studying with Nutrition Therapy Institute. So they're a holistic-minded program. There was actually a lot of pressure. There's lots of pressures after you graduate to be like, okay, go to a 4-year college, get that piece of paper, get that degree. And I'm so blessed that I have amazing parents who didn't push that. They're like, if you want to go to college, you can. If you want to choose something else, we'll support you.
Yeah.
And I went back and forth. I knew my passion was in holistic health and wellness, but there's also that other side of the aisle where people are like, you're not going to get a stable job if you don't go for the degree. And so for a while, I got accepted into a college. I was going to go to Illinois to university, and that ended up not working out. They got rid of the major I was doing. It actually was a blessing in disguise too, because a lot of dietetics programs at colleges do not teach what we actually believe. They're heavily those things that they're pushing have been heavily, a lot of the studies have been, funded by certain associations, or, there's a lot of misinformation and not very facts-forward information when it comes to a lot of dietetics programs.
Good for you doing something that you want to do anyway. I think college is mostly overrated right now for the value that you get for the money that you pay. Also, we're in a really dynamic change of everything with ChatGPT or this particular AI. Anything that's textbook is basically obsolete already.
Right.
You're an accountant, a lawyer, even traditional doctor that's just studying all of those things, doing traditional medicine. I think all of that is literally a prompt away. So
crazy.
You've probably made the right decision instinctively over the long term as well. So good for you.
It's been awesome. Being able to learn just the holistic approach to things, and how are these nutrients affecting us on a cellular level, and understanding that through social media there are so many different opinions on things. Everybody tells you to take a different supplement or eat this food, but can we actually go to the science of it and say, okay, how are these nutrients actually affecting us? And there's biochemical individuality. Everybody's going to be different. Nutrients are going to affect people differently. So just recognizing that it's not a one-size-fits-all, and just actually trying to look at the science of it. Obviously, I still have a ton to learn. I'm just in the beginning of my journey with holistic nutrition, really learning the science behind it. But it's just so fascinating, for sure.
Well, I think also growing up with this as a lifestyle as well, you got a lot of grounding in foundational understanding, so you'll have perspective.
Yes.
Perspective is really important. You can look at something what it is today, but where does today's practice stack up to a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? And with that in mind, so you've been eating probably very good steak, beef products your whole life.
Yes.
What happens when you go out and you eat a hamburger from like a fast food joint? What are you thinking?
Man, I've been spoiled because I go out to, the freezers at my house, and it's stacked full of nutrient-dense, grass-fed, options that are absolutely amazing. So I have to say, I go to the fast food restaurants, and I'm don't feel very good, and I'm very disappointed with the flavor. And just knowing, like, you might be like, okay, I can get a bunless burger, at least that's a better option, which it is, but at the same time, you can just tell such a big difference. It's so important, that you are not only eating protein and meat, but that it's nutrient-dense proteins.
Well, your body kind of knows too, so I don't really eat fast food. I also have a lot of high-quality stuff around, being the beef bootlegger. But we ate at Burger King just driving, so if I'm doing a road trip, I think we spent 12, maybe 14 hours in the car. So we're like, okay, what's close to the gas station? I was pleasantly surprised, actually, that the burger tasted halfway decent.
Hey.
So, but normally, I don't think all Burger Kings do or whatever. I think I just found a little gem here on the road. But I'm sure the quality isn't there anyway, and sometimes the oils or the things that they do in the buns. So it's good once in a while, but you wouldn't want to have a lifestyle eating that stuff.
Right.
Here's a intimate question. What is your favorite steak cut, and how do you cook it at home?
Ooh, you're asking the hard questions here. Oh man. I love ribeyes. I think that's like a classic. I mean, if we're going fancy, I love a filet. I'll sometimes, sneak some fillets out of the freezer, hold my hope my mom doesn't know who's been, stealing
That's
all the
it.
fillets, I have a new method I've been trying because I would do like the sear and then the butter base, which is, amazing, so yummy. But it's kind of more time-consuming way to cook meat.
Yeah.
So actually I've been putting it in the air fryer.
Air frying.
And it's been amazing. It
Really?
has a nice crust on it, still keeps it
Even the
nice and
filet?
medium. Yeah. even the
Wow, we got
fillets.
an air fried filet over here. Oh, air
Yeah.
frying. We get.
Hey, I could go through a few.
So when you're doing it, here's the thing. So we've talked to a few people doing the air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
Are you air frying the frozen filet? Mm-hmm. So you're keeping it frozen, you pull it out of the freezer, you pop it right in there?
Yeah,
And
I've done
how
it
long are
both
you doing?
ways. I've done
Okay.
it both ways. Timing wise, that's the hard part, is like trying to figure out the perfect timing with it. Mm-hmm. I don't have like an exact this is the perfect sweet spot. I'm always just like checking it, seeing until it's to my liking, I guess.
There we go. But that would be the hack then, is the frozen filet.
Yep.
And are you doing maybe 8 minutes on each side with that check? Where's your kind of your time range?
about, yeah,
And
8
for
to
the
10
filet,
minutes.
the filet, is it maybe an 8 ounce? What's the size of it? I know you're moving because you got the
Six-
home freezer,
six
6 to 8.
ounce, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that we talk to that are air frying are doing the strips. And they would
Mm-hmm.
swear by being the frozen because you get that crust on the
And then
outside
it's
and, you
still
still a
nice
little bit in the
and-
middle.
nice in the
so I
middle,
think that's
yep.
the hack. I'm going to have to try that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We had
give it a try.
not a bad experience, but a flawed experience because we were cooking ribeyes 4 different ways. Mm-hmm. And I bought an air fryer just to do it. And I didn't take the cardboard out. So I did it, but something was wrong and I didn't unpack the whole thing. So
Oh, no.
could have started a fire with the
Oh,
fryer.
no.
But anyway, so
That
jury's still
sounds
out
like,
for us.
Yeah, got some trauma behind the air fryer usage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's okay
I
though,
don't
you
blame
know. We don't let one mistake
Exactly.
cut it off forever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
what
seasoning.
kind of seasoning are we doing?
Okay, so I'm very particular on. I think like if you have a good salt and a good butter, you don't need to go overly crazy with the seasonings.
Good for you.
I think you don't want to mask the flavors. So we have like Baja salt that I use, and then raw salted butter, and sometimes
That's
I'll
it.
add some like garlic onion powder on there. But really, I think if you have good enough ingredients, you don't have to mask it with a whole bunch of
Good for you. That's what we do. We do a little bit of flavored salts, and we have some high quality stuff and a nice partnership with a gal that we love. But we keep it very simple. We'll do a little bit of flavored on the outside, and then maybe we'll do a little finishing salt that's a bit coarser to get a little pop.
Yep, I love the coarse salt is where it's at. Yep.
That's it. That's how you know someone knows what they're doing with the coarse salt.
Yep. Absolutely.
Maybe 2 more questions about crazy stuff. What is the craziest form of meat that you've ever eaten?
Oh, craziest form. Oh, probably. What? Oh.
Have you ever had roadkill? You ever eaten roadkill?
Yeah, that's what my mom's just.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Tell us about some roadkill.
This was my dad's doing.
It
So
normally has something to do with dad or the crazy uncle.
Yeah. He was over. We have some family friends, and he had killed a coon and fried it up and made like raccoon fried chicken. And so my dad brought it back. We were at our family friend's house, and he's like, "Hey, my grandma Wendell, she made fried chicken for everybody. So everybody dig in."
Oh, man.
I was 3, so I wasn't warned what I was eating. But hey, I plowed
Did you
that
like
coon
it?
thinking it was fried chicken. I must have, because I ate it.
I'd
so
ask you what did it taste like, but I guess it must
I
taste
was
like
little-
chicken.
Yeah, I mean, I ate it, so it must have been good enough. So probably
There it is,
the
some
raccoon fried chicken.
roadkill raccoon.
Yeah, yep. There's still one of my good friends still has some beef with my dad over letting her eat fried chicken.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
love it. What's the craziest thing that you've eaten, maybe closer to adulthood, that you can remember?
Craziest thing I've eaten? I don't know. I eat a lot of like really weird things. 'Cause if it's healthy for me, I'll eat it. Liver and sardines are two
Liver and
things that I've
sardines?
been trying to eat more in my diet.
Some other gal was talking about sardines, so that's
Yeah.
kind of what are the benefits of eating sardines?
The omega-6, omega-3 ratios are great. Lots of healthy fats. I've just been starting to eat them because it was kind of took a minute for me to get over the fact that, it's not very
pretty
appetizing
pungent, right? It's
looking.
like-
It's pretty strong,
Yeah.
but I figured out if I put it in like a cast iron skillet and I kind of like crisp it up a little bit, it's much better that way.
Is there a brand of sardine you recommend?
I haven't found like a go-to brand.
What's in your fridge right now?
I don't know what the brand is actually.
Did you buy it? Where did you buy it?
I don't. I think
Costco?
my mom got it at Costco.
Costco sardines.
Yeah. I know that there's I've seen some brands that I've wanted to try, but I haven't tried them yet. So.
Is it are you getting it in one of those like cans that you twist open like a tuna can?
Yeah.
And how many come in one of those?
There's normally 3.
3 in a tuna can, okay. And
Yeah.
you eat one, or do you eat all 3?
I eat all of them.
You just eat them all?
Eat them all.
And you smash them down in one go as a meal?
Yep.
Just get
I'll,
over it.
I'll do like a cottage cheese and sauerkraut with it.
Holy cow, that sounds crazy.
Sounds really nasty, but it's really
Sounds
it's
very
not
healthy,
bad.
I'm sure. I'm not a cottage cheese person at all. I'm not a sardine person at all. So
Hey,
you'd have to maybe pay me $1 million to do something like that.
It's okay. Most people are in that same boat.
Do you feel that day immediate? Are you getting a benefit from it? Sometimes we eat something and going through the day, we're like, I'm ready to roll.
I feel great. Actually, that's why I've been eating it more. Is because I feel great.
And how often are you mixing that in your routine?
I've been trying to eat it at least like normally for lunches. It's
Really?
only been a couple weeks that I've been trying to like actually make sure I'm.
Would you do it every day for lunch or once a week kind of thing?
Probably every day, every other day.
Wow,
Try
okay,
to
good
eat
for
some
you.
sardines or just
That's
eat them
it.
as a snack out of the can.
There you go. Probably
Don't
can't take that to
necessarily recommend
the college campus though. That's a home meal right there.
Gotta stay home to eat that one.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So this has been a great conversation. Where would we find you if we want to check you out?
I'm on Instagram.
What's your handle on Instagram?
Kylie WV Farms.
Okay.
Yeah. For
Love
sure.
it.
Yeah.
And one last thing, maybe a takeaway. What's a tip? Maybe a tip to someone who's young or wants to eat like you, or just maybe another food and a benefit, or just something that you want to leave someone with. Checking out the podcast.
I would just say, stay informed on what's going on. Try to, look at the science and the data versus just, following what you see on social media. Like, dig in and do the research yourself. Doing certain things might not make you the most popular, but that's okay. You don't have to be the most popular or the most liked. Standing up for truth is so important. In a culture where comfort is pursued so rapidly, I think it's so important to seek truth, get out of your comfort zone, and do the things that are uncomfortable sometimes.
I love that. I love that message. Following the herd is a sure way to mediocrity.
Exactly.
Kylie, what a pleasure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
Thank you.
You bet. Great job.
Thank you.
All right, the sardine cottage cheese hat.
It is a thing. I have tried that. So you use when sardines, you have like 4 classes with the like walking, And I'm like, it's just a nice image, and it has like, so it's like,
Nice to meet you. Yeah, please do.
Thank you.